Alright, today we are doing solo mode. Alright, we're going to be playing Duel Restart. It says, for when you want to learn and relearn the basics of dueling, take the first step here. We recommend that you play this before you try duel training or any of the many gates you will experience where you will experience the story. Alright, so we will be doing this and trying to get some rewards. Again, thank you for checking this out on the Patreon if you're seeing it. Again, my goal is not to read the story. My goal is to get cards, so I'll just be playing these as fast as humanly possible. We're going to get a bunch of Gene Warp Werewolves, so our base stat line of monsters in our deck is going to go up. We're going to have a bunch of 2,000 Beast Warriors, which is going to be cool if we can do this, and this could be one of those freebies. Oh great, they're going to tell us how to draw a card. Put monsters on the field? It's not like we've been doing that already. Oh man, they have 500 attack. We have a Winged Guardian. They have a Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress. We're just going to draw. Oh, never mind. They could teach us about defense points? Great. I will dare them to attack. Be really great. I don't remember the training mode, but do they teach us how to win the game by defending? Or are they actually going to attack us? Oh man, the best way to win, the reverse OTK. Obviously, we're not going to be getting any master packs or anything for doing solo mode, since most of them are basic, easy, auto-win games. We're just going to be collecting some rewards and getting these out of the way. Alright, so we have 3 Gene Warp Werewolves, which is a 2,000 Beast Warrior. Oh, now we can get some Mage Power. That could be a pretty good plan. Oh, we're on a loner deck. I guess they are ensuring that we're playing with the basic starter deck just to make sure we learn as intended. All right, I moved myself over to the bottom right because apparently I was covering my name and my life points a little bit. I don't think it mattered too much, but I might as well put myself where it makes the most sense. All right, so now we're going to be attacking. So we learned how to defend before attacking, which I thought was weird. Okay, feel spell and trap cards remain on the field. Okay, so our opponent's going to be activating Gaia Power, our monster's fire, so we won't have the attack points necessary to defeat the Hitatsumi Giant. We're going to draw a card. We draw Dust Tornado. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to set Dust Tornado. Great. And we will normal summon Chosen. I guess they're going to have us activate Dust Tornado and destroy Gaia Power on the attack of Hitatsumi Giant. Equipment card. Okay. So this is going to bring them up by... I'm trying to click the card. Let me MST. All right, we'll be destroying Gaia Power, so they'll go down to 1,500. They'll take 100 and we'll win the duel. They should give you the option to, like, MST the wrong card and just see how it's dumb, and then you take 100 and you lose. Could be good for someone learning the game to understand why they're making the choices they're making. So now we have 3 Mage Power. What is this card? Blind Spot Strike. Select 1 face-up defense position monster your opponent controls, and 1 face-up attack position monster that you control. The monster you control gains attack equal to the opponent's monster's defense until the end phase. This is face-up defense position monster. Alright, if it wasn't that specific about their monster being in defense, this would actually be pretty cool. Well, we're going to get 3 of it anyway while going through the solo mode. Alright, so they're making us go second. One of my least favorite features of solo mode is that they force a particular outcome, first or second, when you're actually playing duels. Activate, set. Got it. Cool. Alright, so we have Beckoned, and they have a Feral Imp. I always like Feral Imp. I always thought it had pretty cool artwork. Alright, we got Smashing Ground. So they tell us how to play cards. Let's set Smashing Ground. Fantastic. To set is to place a card from your hand face down onto the field, or to place a card face down on the field in some manner. Normal spells can be activated the turn they're set, so we will activate Smashing Ground. There are reasons to set a normal spell just to activate it later. Alright, we will blah 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 blah. They're doing a lot of telling us about quick play spells and normal trap cards when we don't have any, so it's a stupid part of the solo mode. So there's very little to get out of it. Basically, they explain that you can set a normal spell and activate it in the same turn, which is something. All right, so we were victorious. Let us see what's next. So we earned 3 of a card we're never going to play. We will now get Raigeki Break. This is good. Solid removal. We'll just play more removal cards, and we can brick on more monsters, and we'll get there anyway. All right, so solo mode gives you a decent amount of cards to play the game with. All right, so we are starting with Chosen of the World Chalice again. We're going to explain main phase 2 for setting trap cards. In main phase 2, you can prepare for your opponent's turn by setting trap cards. Are they going to give us the literal card they just showed us? No. Skill Successor. Oh, but what if their monster has 1,700 defense? We lose the duel. They're telling us to potentially misplay. Oh, they're teaching us that if we would have set this card in main phase 1, we might have lost it. That's something. Alrighty, so Crimson Ninja is just the same thing as a Trap Master, but a ninja. Alright, main phase 2, we'll set Skill Successor. And now when they attack us, we can boost our guy to make sure that we win the battle, or if they set, we can attack over their monster. Alright, their monster is 1650. We're going to activate Skill Successor and boost Chosen, and then that'll destroy Guardian of the Throne, and we will get a new card. We get Raigeki Break, a playset of Raigeki Breaks to add to our deck, which will be very useful. All right, what else can we get? Okay, now we have to play an actual deck. We're actually going to get 200 gems by playing the starting deck. Can I change decks? I guess we'll just play our deck, because we can. Why do we want to play the starting deck? I don't think they give us different rewards for them, but usually a solo mode has different rewards for whether you're playing the starter deck or if you're playing the default deck or your own deck. But in this case, it doesn't seem to make a difference. We might as well play our own deck. Can't wait to hit them with the Dreadnought Dunker. They're probably playing the starter deck. We have a hand trap. We can move their monster over. Alrighty. What Kinetic Puppeteer is being an incredibly annoying card. I don't think it's going to matter where their monster zone is, so let us play Kinetic Puppeteer. Oh god, its effect is usable on the field also. This card's being really annoying because it's a quick effect to be used at any time. So I kind of regret having that card now. I figured it would be decent against like some link strategy, clogging some zones that might matter, so it's better for us to play this 1800 over like none for a bit. As soon as we clear their card, then there won't be anything prompting us constantly. Alright, so we're going to normal summon Beckend, we'll attack, and then we'll try and get Dreadnought Dunker on the field so we can start popping the back row and inflicting piercing damage. Try and get this game over with as fast as possible. Call the Haunted will be able to bring back whatever monster we tribute. Definitely not this very annoying What Kinetic Puppeteer, which is going to keep asking us to activate it. A Fissure. Okay, I guess we won't be doing our tribute summon. And they left us with the annoying card that says move. I guess it technically makes sense, just there's always a chance we screw up and move cards for no reason. Alright, I guess we don't have to do the piercing damage yet. So I'm going to summon Toon Warrior, and we're going to call the Haunted for our Beckon, and we'll just keep attacking. We'll just keep the pressure on. If they actually have a 2000 Defender, we could always use our Kunai with Chain to actually get some attack points. There is some logic to activating it in advance to make sure we can inflict as much damage as possible, because if we put that 500 on a monster and it inflicts the 500 over and over again, we can do more and more damage. But it's not really going to increase the clock that much. It also risks the possibility of us not getting over a Defender. We happen to have Dreadnought Dunker, so I guess we would. Birthright's going to bring back a monster. Alright. And it gives it a little boost as far as I know, right? Oh, Birthright's just... Oh, they're summoning mad monsters. Hopefully they don't do like a tribute summon of a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, good. An unactivatable Yu-Gi-Oh card. Okay, so let's just summon Junk Synchron and just progress through the game. It'd be funny if we got Torrential, but I don't think solo mode is on it. We can also look at what cards are in the solo mode deck for our opponent as well. Two-pronged attack. They get to destroy a card. Oh, thank goodness for getting that off the field. It was super annoying. So that's like one of the oldest trap cards in the game. It's like a bad Ballista Squad. It only destroys monsters, requires 2 tributes instead of 1 tribute. Is it tributes? Alrighty, so we were victorious and we win 200 gems. Progress through solo mode, which is, of course, awesome. In goal, I think they're just going to play some story mode, or... Oh, they give us the normal monster base. Alright, so while we're in solo mode, let's upgrade our aesthetics, since we earned some gems for it. So we're done with Duel Restart. Duel Training is actually a little bit of a harder mode, from what I remember. Oh, we got a lot of missions done. We played solo 3 times, so we're done with that. And we have a whole bunch of winning in solo mode. That's a ton of gems. So we actually earned a bunch of rare and super rare craft points, which means we can start actually crafting things if we actually open a secret pack during our regular missions. So for now, let us upgrade our aesthetics here. So currently, I'm going to change my name here to Maso Destroyer. I don't know if I can do a name that long. All right, we have the Masochist Destroyer. It says between 3 and 12 letters. Oh, destroy Masos. Is that too long? All right, so hopefully someone interprets that as they're going to get destroyed for being a masochist. Oh, that's what we got. We got the Karibo icon. I thought we got the Karibo mate. We will have our bronze frame. Titles I don't care about. Blah, 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 blah. Mate. Let's do the roller skates to do something different, and our wallpaper is fine. Oh, did I not save it? Okay, good. It's saved. We edited our profile picture. We got Swords of Revealing Light. Great. All right, so we did quite a few things. Let's go into the deck and make some adjustments. So we'll be updating to version 1.1.7. All right, Beckon's a warrior. I still want to keep it in. I have not found myself... I want to get rid of the Watt Kinetic because it's super annoying. We're not going to have all waters for the right-hand truck, so I'm going to take it out for now. Let's see. I will put in the Raigeki breaks, and the Mage Powers, and the Gene Warp Warwolves. I think we're fine to play a lot of cards, at least in solo mode. We can cut cards if they come up or don't come up as time goes on. And yeah, let's go with that for now. And let's see if we can continue to win in solo mode. Although there's a good chance that the solo modes we're going to be playing aren't actually going to be our freedom to choose whatever deck we want. So we're going to play Dual Tainting, Dual Strategy, level 1. I think level 2 was a little weird. I think I had trouble with the Z1. It just kept giving me bad draws. Alright, we're going to get a Raigeki for playing the solo mode here. Alrighty, so let's see what happens. So they are making us go first. We open one monster. It is not a great monster to start with. And to talk about tribute summons, they are letting us use our own deck, I would assume, since we have so many cards. Fortunately, they're not forcing us to tribute summon because we don't have that many in this deck. It's just a duel, so it is cool that they explain something. Dispel for my set. All of our cards are set trap cards. Sure, let's take their monster since we don't have any monsters yet. Hunter Dragon's actually an old school monster that was decent in Cyberdark, so it was the highest attack level 3 dragon in the time that at the time they were released. Okay, good. We got some cards now. We can progress in the direction of forward. We'll unexpected die for our new Gene Warp Warwolf and start pushing for damage against our opponent. We're going to save the... I don't need that yet. We're going to save our Fireflint Lady for when we can possibly even push for our Goki, the Power Load Ogre, if we can get enough warriors. Alright, we'll resolve and take their Hunter Dragon, and we'll start running over their monster. Dreadnought Ducker could be really good. Alright, so we're going to attack over their monster with Hunter Dragon, and hope we get over it. Tribute 1 Dragon, destroy all face-up monsters on the field whose defense is less than or equal to the attack that the tributed monster had on the field. So it had 100 defense, less than or... Wow, we got thoroughly destroyed. That was a funny way to go out. Alright, so we effectively got Mirror Forced by a really bad Mirror Force because our monsters just happen to be really tiny on defense. Okay, let's see, they set 1 and we got our Golem. At least this one has high defense, so if they wind up doing the exact same play, we won't have to deal with the same exact issue. Alrighty. I'm just concerned for running into a 3,000 defender, which is why I'm saving the skill successor. Since Shieldwing can't die in battle, I'm just going to set it. Probably should set it in main phase 2. I could have played it face up so that they'd have a reason to put it in attack position so the Smashing Ground could be used, because currently they haven't played any monsters in attack position. Oh good, an MST. You can find out if their back row matters or not. I'm going to make my Link monster, because it's something I haven't really done yet. Yeah, I probably should have just MST'd before normal summoning, but we'll just do it now, see what they had set. Oh good, another one of those annoying Dragon Breaths. We will start Link summoning, we'll do Code Talker, and we will start pushing for damage. We'll find out if the AI is like prepared to summon a monster to beat over our 1300 attacker, because they haven't tried to even get over an 1800, so if they have a bunch of monsters that are like 1500, they might just be forced to defend with them, like they put down the Hunter Dragon a couple times. We are getting Raigeki for this, so there's a chance there's a Raigeki in the deck. Alright, so we have Magna Rocket Dragon, we'll just attack 4 game. Alright, another solo mode mission completed. Let's see what we got. I didn't pay attention to the rewards on this one, I want to push through the solo modes. Oh, this is Raigeki. We get Raigeki. Always wanted a Raigeki. It's a great reward card. Alright, let us play another solo mode. We'll earn Monster Reborn. Now, in general, when I play on my regular account, I don't play more than 3... I play 2 solo modes on the first day that I get that mission, and then I wait for the last day of the month to do the rest of the solo modes. But since I want to do them to get cards anyway here, I'm just going to be playing them to have like a regular length episode of the series here, so I'm going to play for around an hour. Alright, I guess we'll just set some cards. Since we're going to be able to summon these 2 monsters anyway next turn, there's no reason to risk them losing to a Heavy Storm or a Harpy's Feather Duster. Something tells me those aren't in their deck. But it will be really nice to get Monster Reborn. Alright, Giant Soldier of Stone is something we can definitely clear next turn. Good thing we'll have another card in our hand to discard for a reinforcement of the army. Oh, that could be fun. How greedy can I be? I can be very greedy. I will be extra greedy by setting Unexpected Die. It'll be the follow-up if they destroy our monster, but we'll just attack with our giant, huge, mage-powered monster. And I can't wait for it to just get hit with a fissure and destroy our lowest attack monster on the field. At least if they do, we have Ballista Squad. I'm going to make use of this so we can draw 2 cards. I'll activate Pot of Greed and draw 2 cards. Okay. Let us Raigeki break, pitching the Dreadnought Dunker to pop the monster, which was a Mind Golem. When this card is destroyed by battle, inflict 500 to our opponent. Alright, so we're going to normal the Amber Mammoth and just try and get in for game, and progress this through as fast as possible. And we'll collect our Monster Reborn as a reward. Oh, I didn't finish? Uh-oh. Okay, they have 200 life points. What can go wrong? Famous last words we might have to regret. If they Raigeki us, this will go to the back row. Alright, let us just tribute the Amber Mammoth and destroy the face-down monster, and just hopefully the trap card they have is not a big deal. Send 1 rock monster from your deck to the graveyard and inflict 500 damage to our opponent, and then that special summoned itself as a defender, and because it's face up, we actually can use our Smashing Ground, we'll actually destroy something. And we will get in for game. Alright, we are getting somewhere. Now let's edit our deck and put in the Raigeki and the Monster Reborn to continue through the rest of this solo mode. There are actually a lot of steps through here. Alright, what do we get next out of curiosity? We get Marmiting Captain. When this card is normal summon, you can shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck and draw 1 card. Then you could special summon a monster if it is a monster. That's not great, but it's not bad. Alright, so let's update the deck. Oh, we got a couple of missions. We are playing more solo modes, so we're going to collect a lot of missions until we've played 20 solo modes. Oh, we have new sleeves. Alright, so let's update the... Whoops. We'll update our deck, call it version 1.8. And I'm going to reduce the number of targets for the unexpected dies, just because we have too many cards in the deck now. I don't think we need the Leotard anymore. Whoops. We can drop... I like a lot of these cards. I don't feel a reason to take them out yet. But I'm definitely putting in Raigeki, Monster Reborn. Swords of Revealing Light could be useful. Maybe not in the solo mode specifically, but I think in general it'll be fine. Do I only have two... Do I only have 2 Shards of Greed, or do we have 3? Yeah, we only have 2. Alright, we'll save here. And we have plenty of gems to start crafting cards, so if we go back into our regular rank matches and we actually start winning and our secret pack is bad, we will be able to at least craft a good card from the secret pack, rather than spending gems on risky packs. Alright, so let's earn our Marmiting Captains. Unless, of course, it's making us use their deck, which could happen. I think that's what happens in practice mode. What are specials? Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so we're going first. We'll activate Pot of Greed, and we'll set some cards. Yeah, let's get some monsters on the field. I'll just put the Werewolf out here, and I will defend with the Golem. Hopefully they won't just get Raigeki'd, because there's always a chance that they put it into these decks, or a Mirror Force or something. Alright, let's flip summon, and we will go in for damage. So far they haven't put down a monster with 2,000 defense. Okay, floaters. They've introduced us to floaters. Marmiting Captain is bad. Let's set our Call the Haunted, so we have cards that can be activated as soon as they become live, should they destroy our monster. Maybe they'll do a tribute summon. Alright, more sets, and to defense position. Alright, more Gene Warp Werewolves. So we have more beaters. We're going to draw cards off of Jar of Greed. Maybe we'll draw into our... I want to push for damage, so I'm just going to smash and ground this very tiny monster. These aren't things you would do in like a regular duel, just because we know we're computers playing bad cards. Try and get over this with Go 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 Golem, so we can get in directly with the War. Do I have Ballista Squad? Ballista Squad says target a... Oh, did I just set it? Okay, so I just set Ballista Squad, otherwise I could have activated it, attributed one of our Werewolves, and brought it back with Call of the Haunted. We don't have any monsters in the graveyard, so there's nothing to Call the Haunted. Alright, so they have their own Call the Haunted, but our monsters are still too big. This card only activates when it is destroyed by battle, so... Oh good, Junk Synchron. Alright, let's normal summon Junk Synchron. We can attack over this, because we know for sure it gets over it. It'll start floating again. More... How many cards are these? Are they putting themselves back, or is this just like the 3rd copy? Alright, let's just pop their monster and not worry about what it is. We'll just tribute the Junk Synchron, pop their monster, and get in for 2,000. What does it do? If a warrior-type monster you control attacks your opponent's monster, and the opponent's monster is not destroyed by the battle, at the end of the damage step, you can just special summon this card from your hand. During battle between this attacking card and a defense position monster whose defense is lower than the attack of this card, inflict damage. Oh, piercing damage. Victory! We claim another prize. We have claimed Captain. Alrighty, let's continue along the practice mode to get reinforcement of the army. Nice. Not going to be adding in the Marmiting Captain so far. Alright, looks like we're going second. We do have an interesting play. We might actually be able to summon Vanity's Ruler. I don't think it'll be good in this matchup, but because our opponent's probably just on like Sakuretsu Armor Pass. But I am tempted to just play it. But we have Unexpected Die for a Warrior. We'll do Beckoned. We'll summon Fireflint Lady. We will tribute summon our Vanity's Ruler. And we'll just start pushing for damage. So their card specifically special summons, but they didn't have a card to special summon anyway. We'll activate Char of Greed, set Call the Haunted so we can get Beckon on the board again next turn. Copycat. That's not good. Uh-oh. That is a big monster. I hate losing in solo mode, but sometimes it's realistic to just scoop up in solo mode as fast as possible. Alright, so we have level 2 in here. Alright, we're going to defend with Shield Wing for now. We'll draw 2 cards off of Shard of Greed next turn, and maybe we'll be able to continue playing. What is this? Wow, they are summoning a lot of big monsters. Alright, so they took damage, and they determined that they can't destroy my monster by battle at all. Okay. Alright, let's draw cards and see what we can do. Alright, good. We have Mage Power. How do we get somewhere here? Alright, so we're going to normal Crowned, because I want to keep Junk Synchron as an option to be played. We're going to go into Mannequin Cat. They have a Dark in their graveyard. I don't know what Darks are in our deck, but we can summon a monster to their field. Just to put a level 2 in our graveyard for our Junk Synchron for next turn. We'll summon their Magical Undertaker. Then we can special a Dark from our deck. Oh, or a anything. I feel like Earth is probably the best thing we're going to do. Okay, that beats our Mannequin Cat. Now we don't know what attribute we're summoning. That was not good. Alright, we will we'll be getting over the copycat by making our monster really big. So I don't want to deal with that over and over again. And there's nothing really good I want to bring back with the Call of the Haunted. I'm pretty much going to have to run over my Beckoned, and then I can bring back Beckoned. Probably just going to defend. It's always funny to see the AI thinking. Alrighty, let's bring back a monster. Does it have to be an effect monster, or a... Oh, we still have the crown underneath the... I didn't realize the crown was underneath the mannequin cat. They have a light. I wanted to bring out an earth monster, because I figure we get to... I wanted to bring out an earth, I wanted to get Dreadnought Dunker into play. So we need them to have an earth that's face up. So... Alright, so we're going to go into Junk Warrior, and we'll have the biggest beaters on the field, and we'll just start running over our opponent's monsters. I could call the Haunted and bring back a monster that's big also. They're not big enough. I do want to push to end the game as fast as possible, so we will be bringing back the Junk Synchron. We'll just start attacking over monsters. What's Beckon's defense? I forgot. Beckon. 0. Alright, so Beckon can take that out. Take out the Apprentice Piper. They'll summon a monster, whatever it is. Hopefully we can just destroy with the Mannequin Cat. Alrighty. And hopefully that'll be the end of this. It's taking a little longer than expected. Alright, so there's a lot of setting and defending. Okay, start attacking. Try and figure out what's where. I haven't seen a monster that actually had enough defense. As I was saying, I haven't seen a monster that had enough of defense to actually, like, block an attack yet. They've all had, like, a very small defense. Oh my god, the floater deck. It's floating. This is becoming incredibly annoying. I'm gonna time breaker this so I don't have to deal with it gaining attack points later. Is there an earth monster in here now so I can bring out my Dreadnought? Nope. Dreadnought Dunker would just do piercing damage and get this game over with, which would be nice. Okay, so I know the copycat doesn't do anything, so we're gonna banish another monster. I don't know what attributes of the monsters in my deck are. So I would use Mannequin Cat just to, like, progress the game here, but I don't know what attributes we have. Yeah, let's give ourselves a 500 boost here, and then this will be game, because it's 65. Alrighty. Now, the proud owner of a reinforcement of the army. I don't think we have any warriors worth searching in our deck yet, but we have completed that challenge. Next we can get Destruction Jammer, discard one card and get the activation spell trap or affect monster's effect that destroys a monster on the field and destroy the card. Is that good? It's something. Let me look at our deck again. Alright, we have water, we have earths, fire, wind, earth, dark. Okay, we do play some dark monsters. Amber Mammoth, earth, fire, earth. So we didn't have any light, so there was nothing I could have brought back to deal with the Mannequin Cat in that scenario. Alright, let's continue. Alrighty, got some beaters. Something about spells, or drawing cards and searching cards. Alright, so let's get rid of the card that might actually do something, because the equipment card doesn't do anything. We'll just... what was that? Alright, doesn't really do anything. We'll just summon Gene Warp Warwolf, and we will... Don't want to risk the mage power now. I'll risk it later, just in case. Something tells me it won't be a big difference. So we've passed up on 500 damage now. Every time we put away cards that can let us do more damage, we're extending the clock of the game. Right, we'll summon our Rocket Caliber, and this time, since we have 2 cards, I will invest into making the Rocket Caliber harder to destroy. It is our tuner, we are more likely to get rid of it, so it might have made more sense to equip to the Warwolf, but they might attack over the Rocket Caliber, because it only had 1700 attack. Alright. I was considering using the Ballista Squad, but I don't want to, like, lose attack on the Rocket Caliber. Alright, so we will be doing that, but we'll be doing it by wasting this Jet Synchron. Alright, and that's game. Almost done with the solo mode. At least this first solo mode. Okay. Destruction Jammer. Let's get some field parts. We can get the trap pole. Field parts inspired by a trap pole. Would setting a trap like this be a mark of cunning or wit, or just plain unfair? Neither. Let us go second against our opponent. Alright, maybe we can get the... This is where they talk about chains. Okay, that's a tribute, 2 tributes for a dark. So there was another card that came out like this. It's called Wind Effigy that does this for winds, and then there were no tribute targets for it to be 2 tributes for a wind normal monster. So we're gonna summon our vanilla. Let us summon... I'm gonna summon Gene Warp, and we'll summon Magna Rocket, and we'll just start getting in. I don't think I want to risk the mage power yet. We don't have enough spells to make it really worth it. Also, next turn I figured there's a chance we tribute summon for the Dreadnought Dunker. And this is a perfect situation for that. But I do want the Magna Rocket to float into the Rocket Caliber. I feel like tribute summoning is wrong here, so we're just going to continue to push through. We know we can get over that with Toon Warrior. I'll assume I can get over this. Oh, look, a light fiend. Fiendsmith. Theban Nightmare. Gains 1500 while you have no cards in your hand, nor in your spell and trap card zones. Okay. If you're dying for really bad light fiend monsters, Theban Nightmare is like the first one that ever existed, as far as I remember. Alright, a set. Alright. I'm going to use Timebreaker to clear the zone. It's 36, so this is 2 and 4 off of 1,000, so this is like 4,000 minus 600 is 3,600, 5,400, 5,900. Exact game. So I like to try and count damage with like thousands. So basically, I just call everything the rounded up 1,000, and then I take off hundreds from what we're doing. So what I did is I counted that as it was a 25, which was 3,000, plus 2,000, plus 2,000, 7,000 minus 500, minus 400, and minus 200, which was 5,900. So basically, I figure out what the max is, and then I come down to make sure I calculate damage accurately. All right, so we have the whole parts. We'll collect the Sanguine Mate. Nice, we get to upgrade our mate. We didn't get any cards yet that really make more sense to use. We will see what the practice mode is. Oh, great, 600 gems. Awesome. What are they going to teach us? How to synchro summon? Yep. All right, so they will pass. We will just double summon and attack. They don't teach you about keeping monsters alive, playing monsters that survive, monsters that special summon. They just teach you to play cards that let you perform multiple summons just to do the synchro summon. And they teach us how to summon Scarred Warrior. Let's see. Yep, he's Scarred. Okay. Your opponent cannot target face-up warrior monsters for attack, except this one. Once per turn, if this card be destroyed by battle, it is not. I was just thinking, like, Junk Warrior doesn't really, like, do anything, because Junk Warrior is just a 2,300 generic level 5. And so far, we've never been able to use Junk Warrior's effect, because it's hard to have level 2s on the field when it's summoned. Alright, so we're victorious, and we get 600 gems. Move on to the next one. Another 600 gems. Looks like we've dried up our resources for getting free good staple cards. Goblinberg. Okay, teaching us how to Xe summon. At least as a card that summons two monsters at the same level, so we'll learn a little bit more out of this. Yeah, sure. I wanted to read the other card I'm summoning. I know what Goblinberg does. I don't know what Ganbara Knight does. And this attack position card is targeted for attack, switch defense. Why would it ever be in attack position? As bait? Your opponent can read. Try and Xe summon. Let me click. Alright, we'll summon Utopia. In the event I need to negate my attack. Alright, attack for game. Something I haven't considered in the series that could become a problem is I could be in a position where I have too many gems, so I'll have to spend them. Uh-oh. Retry. I could have too many gems where I have no choice but to keep getting packs instead of getting crafts, because I don't want them to go into the gift box. Because you have like 30 days to use things that are in the gift box. We're probably getting pretty full up on gems. 600, then 600. Okay. So we got 2 more solos to do, and then I'll record the next episode for YouTube. Pendulum summoning. Great. So our opponent just keeps passing with nothing, because they have the same hand we do, and it's a bunch of high-level monsters. Sure, we will put this in 1 pen scale. We'll put Dragon Pit and Dragon Pulse in different pendulum scales. We'll have a 1 and 8 scale, so we can special summon from our hand or face up extra deck. Monsters who are level 2 to 7, because those numbers are between 1 and 8. We have 2 high-level monsters here, Odd Eyes Dragon, and Performafell Sleight of Hand Magician. Or is it Sleight Hand Magician? Sleight Hand Magician. You can special summon this card from your hand by attributing 1 Performafell monster except a pendulum monster. And once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 face-up card on the field and destroy it. That sounds like a decent effect. Odd Eyes Dragon is if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends to the graveyard and inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the original attack of the monster. So it's a worse Flame Wing Man. I'd seen this card in the anime before it turned into Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, so I never knew what its main effect was. I just knew that it exists. Alright, so we're victorious. We got another 600 gems. And we will finish up this solo mode. 600 more gems. What else do we need to learn? A Link Summon? Or a Fusion Summon? Alright, so going second, our opponent's going to pass. We have a bunch of Cyberse monsters, so odds are we're doing a Link Summon. So they're going to pass. And oh, fantastic. We have a monster that doesn't require us to Link Summon in order to win the game. And then they're going to make us... So they can make us Link Summon into Honeybot, which is too weak to win the game. So we're giving up game to go for a monster that doesn't really accomplish anything, just to summon the Infraflyer. Alright, so we can use a Link 2 and a Link... we have use 1 monster and a Link 2 to summon a Link 3, so they're teaching us how to Link Climb. I just wish that they make these make more sense. Like, make the life points our opponent has make more sense for us to make this decision in solo mode. It'd be useful for, like, new players to actually, like, see a purpose for why we're doing something. Yeah, here's how you do it, but why you do it is not explicit in this. When they made the scripted duel in the starter decks. There was at least a reason behind the decisions being made play by play in that game. All right, so that is the end of our first run in solo mode. This will continue in between games of the regular series, but we have managed to increase the deck, and we've almost got 10,000 gems. We'll collect a bunch of missions here. A lot of lifetime rewards. Alrighty, so that's that, and I'll see you guys back at the channel.